What is going on, guys? Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web. And today we're going to get ourselves into the prize highlights. So we are going to start with our leaderboard prize, Mr. Drew Aga. He looks decent. I mean, as you see his like epic and rare forms, he kind of start off with just a little dragon with a turtle with a shell. And then when he's legendary, his like shell grows into another head. It's insane looking fighter we have here. But Drew Aga nonetheless is a legendary. His stats show him to be a champ. And by his look, I'm gonna guess he's Earth. Could be wrong. No one has the fighter yet. He's a leaderboard prize. But he looks Earthed in the mug, so we're gonna go with that. So he's a champ. So he has the heightened HP, the heightened attack, and a pretty decent defense. New skill here, Night Bloom Elite. Beware what grows unseen, for it cares not what it stifles. So I'm going to make a guess at saying that this is an all-target skill with a cooldown of 3-2. I think it's an all-target skill. It'll really be sad if it's a single-target skill and it has a cooldown of 2. This would be a really bad legendary if that's the case. So my guess is going to be that it is an all-target skill. So Drew Aga looks pretty decent. He has really high attack, really high HP as well, pretty good defense, and even for a champ, he has really good agility as well. 2080 agility. That's pretty impressive for a champ. You don't really find any champs. If there's anyone other than this one, I haven't really done my research, but you don't really find champs with that much agility. So that's a pretty nice amount of agility this guy's toting around. So he's looking pretty decent, guys. Not too shabby. Moving on to our primacy prize here, we have a new single target preempt here, Shireen. So Shireen is the Enios recolor, Anise, whatever you want to call her. So I'm going to guess that she's a fire rogue. This is still the first day of the event, so no one really has her yet, to my knowledge anyway. But I'm going to guess that she's a fire rogue. I mean, she looks fire, and she has to be a rogue because her stats show her to be so. She has the high agility, really high agility. 5,423 agility off of the edge. That is a lot of agility. That is really impressive for a single target preempt. And then she has pretty nice attacking HP. So her stats show to be a rogue. She's preempt elite, single target. Nothing new there, but she is preempt. So if you can superfuse some attack into this one, she can be monstrous, guys. So Shireen definitely not looking too bad. Anise recolor. I personally like both of their looks. I don't really know which one looks better, the black or the red, but I like both of the looks. She got the green hair going, make her look a little unique. But I like both their looks. Shireen looks nice. Anise, Enios, she looks nice as well. So but Shireen's looking like a pretty decent single target preempt, guys. So if you're in the market for her, I know I probably will be. She's not a bad option. Next we have Nimnepsa, however you want to say it. As I stated in my first impression videos, I really like this guy's look. He's like a barbarian type deal with the big, huge bow and arrow going on there, holding 3 arrows at a time. So this guy's definitely talented. You can believe that. So Nimnepsa's looking like a water champ. Champ by the look of the stats, and he has drench all, so I'm just gonna guess he's water. But the thing about Nimnepsa, guys, is this guy, he has a truckload of freaking defense. Off of the edge, 7,262 defense. That is a ton of defense. So cool look, water champ, very high defense, drench all, adept. Nothing new there. Cooldown of 5-3. Not too impressive in that department, but he has a ton of defense, so he can tank. He can definitely tank, especially if you superfuse him with some HP, so he can have, a lot more survivability. You can tank with this guy big time. So just make sure you don't put him up against anyone with wisdom, because that defense is pretty much useless at that point. So swipe carefully, guys, and them Nepsa can have some use. It's probably going to end up being super fuse fodder because of the horrible cooldown. But if you need him for defense, hey, he's pretty good defense super fuse fodder. Or some people may just use him to tank. You never know. He has multiple uses. It's up to you what you want to do with him. But he has uses besides super fuse fodder. So the choice is yours, guys. And last but not least, we have our Paragon, Parandon the Pure. I did like this guy's look, and then I took a closer look, and it don't look like he got no legs. I think he looks kind of weird, but so I'm not feeling his look too much. I do really like that staff he's holding though. That staff is boss. But Parandon the Pure here, our Paragon for this event. 1000% edge. You definitely want to use him if you are able to acquire him to get the most use out of him this event, and score a lot of points in the process. So Parandon the Pure is a lightning warlock, of course. He has a new skill, Kinesis Elite, with a 3-1 cooldown. The alchemists say that electricity never lies, it flows. It has a cooldown of 1, which seems to be nice. These Paragons nowadays have been having a cooldown of 1 as of late, which is pretty sweet. And they always have a really high multiplier, so usually whoever gets hit by the move is pretty much done for. They really get destroyed quite quickly and easily by these moves. So Parandon the Pure, look is alright, stats are pretty okay, decent, but let's go ahead and get on to who these fighters match up against, guys. So the first one we're going to be comparing here is Druaga. So let's find our comparison for him. Let's see here. We're going to compare him to Lazar. So here's Lazar, legendary fire champ. Comparing the stats here, Druaga has 729 more HP, 1,373 more attack. Lazar has 1,716 more defense, 192 more wisdom, and Druaga has 930 more agility. Like I stated before, Druaga, we don't know his move, Night Bloom, yet. I'm guessing it's an all-target skill. Nail Off for Lazar, we know is an all-target skill. They're both elite with a high multiplier and a cooldown of 3-2. So they have the same cooldown, possibly the same exact skill. The statistics are very similar, except Lazar has a lot more defense. But overall, I think Druaga is the better fighter because he has the higher attack, the higher HP, and even the higher agility. So he looks much better than Lazar. So if I had to choose, I would go with him, guys. So if you're using Lazar, Druaga would not be a bad substitute for him. The next fighter that we are going to compare is Shireen, the auto proc preempt. And the one that I'm going to compare her to is going to be, as soon as I can find him, here he is, Mr. Velthuria. So comparing the stats, Shireen is just outdoing Velthuria in every category. 104 more HP, 80 more attack, 54 more defense, 81 more wisdom, and 198 more agility. So they're both auto proc preempt elite, and if you're using Velthuria, you probably want to go ahead and take the upgrade. Shireen is not much better, but the fact is she is better. So if you're able to, you may want to go ahead and take that upgrade just to have the little bit of an extra edge over anyone who's using Velthuria. The next one we need to compare is Nimnepsa, the water champ. And we are going to compare him to Baraz's horse here, Mr. Tusa. So If we were to compare the stats, they are pretty similar, guys, except for Texel is statistically better. 223 more HP, 252 more attack, 458 more defense, 22 more wisdom, and 20 more agility. Texel has Gust All Adept, Nimnepsa has Drench All Adept, and they both have a cooldown of 5-3. So if you're using Texel, unless you're going into like a water dungeon, you really have no purpose for him whatsoever. There's no need because he's not the better fighter. Texel has him in every category, so if you're using him, probably the only reason you want to get him is for water dungeon, guys. Other than that, just let him be, leave him alone. And last but not least, we need to compare our newest Paragon here, Paragon the Pure, and who we're going to compare him to is going to be right here, our older Paragon, regular Stonehewn. So they're really similar. The stats show that Paragon the Pure is slightly better in every category. 51 more HP, 124 more attack, 26 more defense, 115 more wisdom, and 35 more agility. They both have a single target skill with a very high multiplier. Paragon the Pure got Kinesis Elite, regular Stonehewn here has Rock Elite, and they both have a cooldown of 3-1. And both of their skills are wisdom based. They are not attack based. So please be careful if you're planning to get them and superfuse them. Do not superfuse the wrong stat. But they're both based off of wisdom, but they're really similar, guys. They both have really low HP, unfortunately, and they're warlocks, so of course they have a low defense. But they have pretty decent agility for warlocks, which is not bad. And of course they have the wisdom. So if you're using regular Stonehewn, you may want to take an upgrade to Paragon the Pure. He's not loads better, but he is the better fighter. So you may want to take that upgrade if you are using regular Stonehewn currently. So that is a wrap for this video, guys. The prize highlights for the first signed mob raid event. Thank you for watching it. If you are able to, please continue to like, favorite, subscribe, share, and comment, and everything else. And be on the lookout for more videos soon, guys. So I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Later.